I hope your wife
Wait,
just
hold
smothers you with love.
She's
like,
watching right now.
Yeah. And,
Yo, W's in the
Yeah,
chat
my wife does
for
smother me
Rachel
with love.
And then
How about
she-
your
Rachel.
husband? Does he
she
smother
gets,
you with love?
She gets.
She's been celibate for
Does
9
you-
years, bro. That's a sensitive subject, bro. You can't.
I mean, that sucks. That
Come
sucks.
on, bro,
But
that's-
my
No, it
wife
doesn't.
does
That's
smother
a
me.
low
with-
blow, Andrew.
It's a choice called feminism.
Wait, what?
It's
Yeah,
a
I know,
choice.
but
You're
maybe if you
celibate because
rejected
you're a
it,
feminist?
like my wife did, you'd have somebody cute to cuddle with
Wait,
at night.
this is the most
has
based.
dolphins.
Wait, I don't know if you guys caught on to this. What she just said is the most base thing ever. So I said that she's been celibate for 9 years, and she's like, "Yeah, it's called feminism." That's how it works, bro. These feminists be celibate.
No,
Just kidding, I'm
it's a
I'm kidding. They're
choice
fucking.
to be with the right man.
Of course. Oh, sorry. I don't know why. I don't know
Why do
how-
I have the female condom now?
You threw it down on your chair
Madison
when
put
you
it there.
left.
Yeah,
Wait,
but-
so hold on.
but-
Going around the table, you got to move it on. I'm sorry, I got to move it on a little bit.
You wanna be a feminist or no?
You know.
Are you?
Yeah, okay. What, are you feminist?
Yes.
Oh, I
yeah.
don't know if we
No,
caught
you did. I
yes,
said yeah.
And then yes.
I'm going to say I'm a feminist and a masculinist. I'm both. And I don't feel like those are mutually exclusive. I feel like if a female is doing the same job, she should be rewarded with the same pay. And I also believe that women should be able to make decisions. And I'm also a masculinist. I respect men and the role that they have in our society. I believe it's a very important role and it's needed. And a healthy masculinity is a very important thing.
I agree.
Amen.
If you had to define feminism, what would you define it as?
Like I just did. I'm not about tearing down patriarchy or any of the extremes of the feminist activists and things like that. I just believe that women should be treated fairly and
Have the choice.
like, for instance, let me give you an example.
As
Okay.
equals?
No, they're not equal. Let me give you an example.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your answer.
Let me continue.
Yeah, I know, but I
circle
didn't hear
back
your
to
answer.
that.
Can you just tell
I'll
me what
circle
your
back
answer
to
was?
that. Yeah, I'll circle back to that.
She said they're not
So,
equal.
I said they're not. So my grandmother, when she passed away, had a lot of paperwork, as old people do. And going through her paperwork, I found a letter from the bank. This was in the 1960s. She was the sole breadwinner. My grandfather
God, it's going to be my
died.
grandma couldn't have a bank account argument. Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a hot mic?
Whatever. So, whatever is the name of the show. So, anyway, my grandfather was terminally ill with cancer, and so she was supporting him and herself, and she worked at the hospital. She was a nurse, like I was telling you. And so, yeah, she had to get his signature to agree that she could open a checking account to put her own paychecks in, and so that she could pay the bills and everything.
So my grandma
he
couldn't
was
have a bank
in
account
hospice and, whatever. So I just feel like that's really unnecessary, that type of thing. And I'm not, going to pretend that that's okay.
How much debt did your grandma die with?
How much debt?
Yeah.
She had no debt
Yeah, that's right. You know why she had no debt?
because she worked her tail off and she saved all
No,
of
it's
her money.
because men incurred all the debt.
Okay.
In your grandma's day, men incurred all the debt of the wife because they were the head of the household. No, this is the truth. You may not like it, but this is what's actually true. Women could not incur debt.
If they
Their
were married,
husbands incurred
correct.
all of their debt. This was the primary argument against the suffragettes from the anti-suffragettes, of which there were many more than there were suffragettes. That's why your grandma died with no debt, because her husband incurred all of it. And so while you say, well, it seems unnecessary, she didn't have a bank account, well, that's great. Maybe she didn't, but she also didn't have any debt. And right now, most women are laden with debt. Like if I asked you honestly, an honest question to you, right now, how much debt do you have? Is it significant? Is it moderate? Is it zero? You personally likely have debt. And that never would have happened in your grandma's era.
Brian?
I'm putting this fucking rugby ball in a fucking rear naked choke, boys. What?
Yeah.
Why are you? What?
Oh, it sounded like you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, I was just fucking this rugby ball up.
Yeah.
Fuck
He's
that
lost
rugby
it, guys.
Okay,
Hold on to
rugby
your.
ball.
Okay.
So I was just
back and
curious
forth.
if
Okay.
if you can answer to that. Do you think that women in debt and modernity is better than a system where men incurred, their
Oh,
husbands incurred all of the debt?
Well, that was the first question you asked right just now, so it wasn't that I was not answering it. But, like I said, I have my views and I explained what those were. So
Okay.
Hang on. Is that an answer to my question?
I don't have to answer your question.
She doesn't want to.
So you
sorry.
just are going to refuse to answer any of the questions that I ask you? So what you can do is you can go into a long misleading diatribe again, like you did with the Gospels, and then say,
Whatever.
well, wait a second. See, yeah, grandma died with no debt, and when I ask you, wasn't that a preferable system to what
Why
we
do we
have
care
right
about
now?
debt?
Well, I have no comment.
Why would we care about debt out of all the other
Anyways, hold
things?
on.
That's
I
not
want to
what
bring
I was
it. I'm
talking
gonna.
about.
I'm gonna bring it to something else. But all of you who
Thank
said you're
you.
feminists, I do have a question. Do you think women should be drafted?
Me?
Yeah. To the women who said they're feminists. Into the mic.
You are gonna always hate my answers.
So first of all, some people might not
Wait,
have all
no,
the information
no,
to
no,
answer.
no. Just let her answer.
Well, okay, so obviously we need a military just in case we go to war.
Yeah, there's a volunteer
100%.
military. Yeah.
Yes. And then the draft just in case we need to send
need more.
extra
Yep.
troops to war.
Yep.
I don't know.
Wait, but didn't you say that feminism is one of you two who said feminism is about equality, right?
I mean, I would say yes if that was the case. If you want to go like 100% follow equality, then you'd say yes.
But like, why the hesitation with the answer?
Because it's just on that. So number one, men are the ones that chose for men to go to war.
Well, that's okay. Let's assume that we had a female president.
Even easier, let's just grant that you're right. Let's say that a nation state, an evil nation state of evil men, like communists, for instance, decided to attack a sovereign nation because they wanted their resources and this and that. And the men of that nation defended that nation against those evil men. Is that them then deciding to go to war, or are they going to war because war was forced upon them?
No, I wasn't saying in that context. I was saying men chose for men to be drafted in the U.S. And not choosing women to be drafted as well.
So?
So I'm saying
It's a
you
man's
guys put down yourself.
So?
Right. Okay. So wait, let me.
What is,
ask-
wait,
I
is
understand where
equality?
you're coming from.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Is equality
yeah,
the
I
idea
think-
that if previous generations laid down an unjust policy, that means that modern generations, if they're striving for equality, would not try to repeal such a policy?
Good answer.
No, I get that.
The thing is, I think that if I can say this real quick and no one interrupts. I think that some people don't have all the information to things and don't know what to answer because you're going to do like a gotcha, like, bam, like you're going to go here with this and I'm going to say this. That's why some people don't want to answer because they don't know where you're coming from. So if all the information is laid out.
So unless you
Wait.
can predict whatever my logical response is going to be, you're
No, because you're
terrified to give your
following-
position
you're-
because it could be wrong?
I'm saying that we know what you're like. You're literally doing this all
Oh
night.
my god.
Yeah, so here's what I do. I haven't heard any of your arguments. I don't know any of you. You could have bedazzled me, razzled me, completely defeated every single argument that I had. The thing is that unfortunately, you're predictable. And the reason that you're predictable is because most women in modernity are NPCs who just regurgitate what they've heard and they
Andrew,
don't have original
disavow.
thought.
If you want to talk
disavow.
about NPCs and no
If I
souls,
couldn't
you want to talk about one
predict what you were going
consciousness
to
right
say,
now?
you would have completely
You wanna
obliterated
go?
me. If you're terrified to give a position because you're afraid I'm going to blow it out, you should really rethink your positions.
Maybe you should just talk to people like
Hold
kinder, and then they
on,
wouldn't
hold on. Let
feel
me
so
let me actually
nervous.
move it forward.
You're a
That's how I
debate, bro,
feel.
coming like
It's how I
crazy.
feel.
Why are you so aggressive? Chill.
Hold on, let me
It's
just
It's
move
not,
it
it's
forward.
not aggression for me to point
I
out.
don't know.
What have I,
Let
what,
me
hang on, what have I
move it
actually
forward.
said which is aggressive?
I'm
What have I
trying to
done
move
which
it
is aggressive?
forward, but y'all just keep talking about the meta
It's Andrew. Kick him off.
Go,
guys got-
Brian.
Okay, all right. So, okay. Let's get the answers from everybody. Okay, feminist.